Hey people, Eric Leader here, and thanks for joining me in my video this week. And hey, I'm not sitting in Cypress View Studios, as you can tell. I'm standing over in Kissimmee at the Mecum auction, and we're checking out cars here. I did do some sessions in the studio this week, recorded some guitars and keyboards, and fixed some vocals, brushed up some things on an album that we're producing right now. And once I got all that done, I headed over to Mecum. Having a great time. I hope you enjoy this video. Thanks for joining me.
Part 2 of Mecum in Kissimmee. And Ronnie Fox joins me today, and we're going to have a great time perusing the Silver Spurs rodeo grounds to see some of the 4,500 cars that Mecum has brought here to auction. If you haven't seen my video from last week, go back and check it out. That's part 1, where I looked at some other cars here at Mecum. If you hear us talk about a car did not meet reserve or only got to a certain amount of money and didn't sell, that means that the seller has identified a certain amount of money they want for the car, and Mecum did not meet that during the auction. It goes to the bid goes on section of Mecum, where Mecum works with potential buyers and the seller to come to an agreement on price for the car and get it sold.
And the split windows are well represented here. And these cars can be extremely valuable. That looks like a resto mod right there. And they are highly collectible. Man, they got a bunch of them sitting here, and these things are going to go for some big, big money. Plymouth Superbird. Yeah. Brother Fox, come on in here and tell me what the auction estimate is on that thing.
$275 to $3 1/4. Not
Woo!
too bad.
Not bad at all,
That would have
right?
been a good investment back in the day.
That's what I'm talking about. It's a wing car. It's the 440 6-barrel. Looks like a 1968 Charger. What's the auction estimate on that, Brother Fox?
$150 to $175.
Woo! Is that a Hemi?
Yes, it is a Hemi.
It's a Buxton Model C Roadster, and they are expecting $800,000 to $900,000. This car was built a year before my dad was born. 1930. It's a 1967 Shelby GT500. They're expecting $275,000 to $325,000 for this car. Now I'm talking about $1,000. $275,000 to $325,000. Love this fastback design. 1963 Chevy Corvette Z06 for all you Corvette fans out there. They're expecting $650,000 to $750,000 for this car. Shelby GT 500 fastback, auction estimate of $150,000 to $175,000. I love the color combo they got going on these cars, man. And this one over here, this yellow one, is amazing. Another GT 500 from 1970. This is the star of the show. $30 million auction estimate for a 1969 Porsche race car. It was once owned by Steve McQueen. $1960 Eldorado Biarritz. They're expecting $350,000 to $400,000 for this beautiful Cadillac. Looks like it's wearing some jewelry. 22 Copo Camaro. Look at that engine. What kind of auction estimate we got there, Brother Fox?
$115,000 to $135,000.
Some big money going on here for a big engine in a really cool car. Mr. Fusion. You reckon this thing will get up to 88 miles an hour?
It looks like it might.
Okay, well, it's got the right equipment, it does appear. The only thing we're missing here is Marty McFly, punching buttons, putting dates and time in. $150 to $200,000 for a DeLorean Back to the Future car. This car is from Back to the Future Part 2. We're heading into the barn.
Oh, there's some nice horses in this barn.
There's a lot of horses in here. Let's check them out. Well, Brother Fox and I stumbled upon a Bugatti that is sold just a little over $600,000 for this thing. It had an auction estimate of a little more than that, I believe, up to 800.
Up to 8, but I think a lot of that price went for this mirror, so your significant other could see herself and make
That's
sure
a good point. That's
the
a good
wind
point.
hasn't.
Just a little vanity mirror for the significant other. $605,000 later, you got a Bugatti. Saw one of these and one of these at the Auburn Cord Duesenberg Museum in Auburn, Indiana. But man, this baby right here got bid up to $685,000, and that wasn't enough to buy it. This baby here is one of my favorite cars of all times. It's the Cord. I just love the design. It's very beautiful. It's actually rated by experts as being one of the most beautiful cars ever made, ever designed. This right here is V8 from 2006.
450 to 550
for this V8 powered monster. Then you got the V6 model, which they say is pretty potent. I love this color.
950 to $1,150,000.
Look at that door on that thing. That is cool. We got a Twista special. Custom Oldsmobile. We have a special Corvette here.
67.
What kind of money are we looking at?
1.8 to $2 million.
Woo! That's some big money right there. A 32 Ford.
The estimate is 300,000 to 400,000.
Now, most of the time, or a lot of times, these Fords have Chevy motors, but check out what this one has. That's right. It's got a little Cadillac power. What we have here is a 32 Ford Custom Coupe. This car looks like it's
one for the ladies. 50,000 to 75,000.
It's got pink all over the interior. Going across the block today is a 2005 Ford GT. Got that V8 motor under hood, $400,000 to $500,000. Can you believe it? Try your luck. Vroom. You talking to me? Listen, you can sit on it, but do not lean on it. Fill her up. We'll grab one of these custom carts here, Brother Fox.
Yeah, I was just thinking there might be something here I can't afford.
Well, a little while ago, we were talking about how we could afford some things here, and we were looking at these cars, and then we realized this baby right here sold for some big bucks.
Yeah, in the spirit of telling the truth, we thought we could maybe afford some of these, but this thing went for $5,000.
$5,000.
And that's a little
Sold.
out of my price range.
Ain't nothing but good guys around here. No bad guys allowed. Chevrolet Batmobile, 1995.
Solo riders will be
Got that motor down in now. This thing here is a flamer. This Cheyenne 1972 Chevy pickup truck. Beautiful color. This thing sold for $101,000. Can you believe that? C2 Corvette. This baby here sold for $198,000. That's some big money right there. This Hearst Oldsmobile, which I love, 1984 model, sold for $34,000. I do like this body style. I'm a fan. For $11,000, you too could own this classic 1984 Toyota Camry. This has got to be one of the stars of the auction right here.
Well, I admit I do like Toyotas, but I'm not sure about $11,000 for an 84.
I beg your pardon, but she ain't got nothing on these pair of 55 Cadillac and Buick. Man, these things are beautiful. Hey people, this is something people in America don't see very often. Toyota Century Limousine. This baby here is a right-hand drive. Got the steering wheel on the wrong side. Who does this? Got a nice paint job on this. I do like it. It's a baby Honda. She's so tiny. Some of you guys might remember last week, we looked at a 75 Chevy Cosworth Vega. Here's a 76. This baby sold for $19,800 for a Vega. Well, we was walking outside here, man, and it's sunshiny. It's a beautiful day, isn't it, Brother Fox?
It is absolutely gorgeous.
Wonderful. Anyway, we were standing around here and happened to look over this Bentley, 2008 model.
2008.
Sold for $88,000. Now, you know, Brother Fox, I don't know if we can afford this, but it sure is nice.
And it doesn't cost anything for me to look.
True that.
The interiors are just beautiful.
They are beautiful.
All hand done.
I'm struck by the grill on this thing. Man, I just love the way that looks. Looks like a piece of jewelry on the front of this car. Can she go? Can she go? Will she go? We're not sure yet. We're still trying. It's going to be okay. It's hard to get out of that grass, man. The wheels are down in the grass. It's kind of tough for this little engine to make it happen, you know. She's getting there. Here's a different one for you. A Panis AIV Roadster. This thing's a little different. You don't see these every day, right? This is the first one I've ever seen that I'm aware of. Well, we were just sitting here talking about how everything's going for more than what we would expect it to, but this Cadillac, whoo, she went for $22,000. We kind of thought this thing was going to be a little bit more than this.
I certainly did, just because it's here at Mecum.
We got our Rolls Royce grill. Feel like some suicide doors. Suicide doors. What were you thinking? It's a 2024 model, believe it or not. Electric carriage. That's a 1937 Cadillac Series 75 convertible. Nice color. Eldorado. There's your juxtaposition. There's a whole row of Cadillacs. These pair of 58s look like the same color, but that is Rio Red Impala, and this is a Signet Red Corvette. I'm a fan of these stacked headlights on this Lincoln. When I look at this 1939 Ford COE, you know, some people like to use that tagline of crisp, refreshing 7-Up, while others, they enjoy fresh up with 7-Up. Whenever I'm taking a look at this thing, you know what I'm thinking? Make 7-Up yours. Man, this car right here is pretty slick. This Ferrari is pretty sweet indeed. That's nice. I love the colors of this thing, kind of the maroonish red with blue. Yeah, that's beautiful. It's great. I'm walking around here with Brother Fox, man, and you know we're admiring these things, but you know the only one we see here that's appropriate is this one right here.
And it has proper wheels. See,
Oh,
you compare these wheels to either of these, even
oh,
this raggedy old Ferrari
the
over here.
raggedy Ferrari.
Yeah.
Look at those black wheels, man. None of these are Fox approved except that one.
See,
It's got them chrome wheels on it. This right here is a pretty nice looking Shelby.
GT500.
Man, the paint job on it is pretty slick.
It's
If you can see that color, it's really beautiful.
Stickers for $105,990.
Ah, that's a pretty big sticker. Carbon fiber everywhere. Even the wheels. Check this out. Something about the color of this 396 Camaro SS attracts me. It's a good looking car. Some of these old 60s Doges, man, they have some nice stuff. I'm sorry, that's a 59. Filthy 9 was a good year for some style. Man, that's a nice 59 Impala. Has it got any kind of money on it, what they're expecting to get?
225 to 275.
Nice. Woo, that's some money. This thing's got a little Continental kit on the back. Got them crazy wings. Good looking tail lights. Yeah, that's a good design. Beautiful design. I hear that these cars are not so stable aero-wise when you get them up to speed because of these ginormous wings back here. But, you know, I've never driven one, so I don't know. If I had it, I'd do at least 150 in it to try it out, you know, and see what happens. Standing here in front of us is...
This is a 69 Roadrunner. It's got an aftermarket hood. I had one of these without that hood. Very similar color and interior. Very nice car. I liked it. Ran real well.
ran like a scalded dog.
Yeah.
Did it have these poverty wheels on it like this?
No.
All right.
No, it didn't.
I was hoping you'd say no. But
I worked at a grocery store at the time I owned it, and after work, the guys would take up a collection and pay me to do burnouts across the parking lot after work.
That's all right. That's kind of cool.
It was back then, till I had to replace the tires.
Did their collection cover the fee of replacing tires?
Bought a little gas. That was it.
That was it. Roadrunner. That's what we're talking about. This is what we call redonkulous. Now, we found a car here that I think each of us could get a hold of and put it in our garage right next to our vets. What do you think, Brother Fox?
I think as long as I put mine in your garage, I'd be okay for a while.
Wait a minute. I may have to sleep in yours. So I don't know, how we're going to work all this out, but we gotta look at this. Deluxe. This right here is what you call a king midget, born in 1959. Now, I'm going to tell you a story that you may not believe, but I believe it's true. I believe it's how I was told the story. My dad and mom drove one of these things, king midgets, from Florida to Michigan, at least once, if not more than once. This right here is a Chris Craft edition, tiny little motorboat that goes with it. But I cannot imagine driving this thing on a road trip. That was back in the day before interstates existed. This is what you call a barn find. And this split window 1963 Corvette fetched almost $100,000 at this auction. Ford power, Italian style. All right, you know what? I think we found something that would look even better in Brother Ronnie's garage than a Porsche.
Yes, this would look good in my garage.
Woo! That looks like an Aston Martin right there. Let's see what we got here. 2017 Aston Martin Vanquish Coupe.
I could even live with the wheels.
Well, they're halfway Fox approved. They got a little bit of steel on them. I don't know that it's chrome, but it's close. Chrome and black, or brushed silver and black. Man, she's pretty.
When I'm doing my James Bond impression from inside, you can't see them anyway.
95,000. It's not enough. For this 1968 Ferrari 330 GTC, $525,000 is not enough. the bid goes on. $220,000 is not enough for this Shelby Cobra 1962 model year. $2.5 million? Nah. Send it to the bid. It goes on for this 1967 Chevrolet Corvette L88. What a beautiful 1932 Auburn boat tail speedster. Look at that boat tail, man. That's cool stuff. This is the hood's up room right here. That's what I'm calling it. Every stinking car in here has got the hood or the trunk open, something. That's pretty cool though. Get to see the inner workings. And we've entered the staging area where they bring all the cars before they take them up on the block. Man, they got them lined up, ready to go. Buyers and people like us out here looking around and checking them out. Check out this Cadillac. This baby looks like it's headed out on the block to get auctioned off. Looks like it's got some jewelry in the front. Oh man. As the sun sets at Mecum, we're checking out an Oldsmobile 98 here. Man, it is cool. What year model is that? 54 model Oldsmobile, and it's sitting right next to this beautiful Cadillac that somebody turned down $22,000 for. Woo, I tell you, that's a pretty car. Well, there is a price to pay for a Cadillac Eldorado, and it's not $60,000 because they've turned that down for this 1966 Eldorado convertible. Man, this thing is pretty though. I love it. I love a black Cadillac. My favorite Cadillac color. Thank you for joining my video today. I really appreciate you. And if you like this kind of thing, like, share, and subscribe, or follow my channel. And I appreciate it. Very quick shout out to Daniel Livingston, who encouraged me to improve the audio in my videos. So if you appreciate this audio, the Mix Master is the guy. He knows audio, and he encouraged me to think about it, work on a better way of doing it. So I hope you enjoy it. God bless. Peace. We did cars. Now we're doing guitars. Oh yeah.